Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey. Wait.
When you are in a funk, you are so weird.
Yeah, I really am. Hey guys.
No, we're not
Are you
that kind of show.
feeling okay? Hey guys.
No, we're not that kind of show.
Welcome to Dad Bods and Beards evening style.
No.
Okay.
It's 4:34 in the afternoon.
Oh, it feels so late.
We are just going to be me and Tyson in the studio today, and I think that's what we're going to move forward with. Is we've got some big high profile guests that we're going to have on the show. That's kind of the new trajectory of, to be honest, growing a brand and getting the recognition that we need and helping with mental health stigma and just awareness. There's almost like a necessary evil of content piggybacking. Is that the right way to put it?
Sure.
Of like it's using influence in the most positive way. And so we partnering with Aaron and partnering with Sean Finnegan, this is allowing us to take the Dad Bods and Beards mental health brand to the next level and being able to do things like the trip to LA and having some of these bigger influencers.
Well, it's to help our overall goal, which is to help others and help men be able to feel more confident about themselves and be able to open up and express themselves and go to therapy and just take care of themselves. That's our ultimate goal, is that men and women alike, but specifically men, because we're men and we're dad bods and we have beards and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's the honest truth. Is like, I don't want people to feel like how I felt or how you have felt in the past or anything like that. We want them to feel happy.
The cool thing is we've talked to a couple of guys in the last few episodes that are a little bit bigger on the influencer side. And you can tell that, like, while mental health is like not really a taboo subject like it used to be, it's almost one of those things of like, oh, I haven't really put as much thought into it as that. So it's like, I kind of like that, even though we might be on a smaller scale with some of the people that we've talked to, it's nice to be able to have that positive impact and influence on somebody that is regularly influencing people. So I think
My stomach hurts from last episode.
well, that's what I'm saying is, so this one is just gonna be me and Tyson in the show, in the studio. Last episode we had London Laz and we did the whole sour gummy kind of, it wasn't really a challenge. It was more so kind of like we were just talking and eating them and it was, I've told you this. I don't eat berries. Like, I can't eat berries.
And they were really, really good, but my stomach hurts now.
Yeah, so I can't eat raw berries, but since those were dried, I don't think those count as raw. Like, I'm slightly allergic. So if I start swelling, there's an EpiPen. Just kidding.
Speaking of Mountain Ops.
Yeah, no, but I was saying, before we keep going down that road, Tyson's going to take the reins today on the Mountain Ops promo.
No, absolutely. So I will tell you this.
They have a Lime Ricky.
They have a Lime Ricky, and you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
No, did I tell you that I got a YouTube sweater?
It's an inside joke.
Yeah, I thought it was so cool that I got a YouTube sweater, and I kept telling everyone because no one cared. Everyone's like, oh, that's so cool. And then I would just bring it up. I'm like, just tell me I'm awesome, and then we'll just move forward. No, with Mountain Ops, I've been really, really, really digging the sleep gummies.
Oh, the slumber gummies.
It's the slumber gummy. Like, my kids are like, Dad, can I have some of the sleep gummies?
We need to start bringing some of those products in the studio so we can show them.
Yeah, no, I absolutely just love them. And I have now officially started taking collagen. And so I just barely started, so I haven't seen the results yet. But it's supposed to really, really help with my joints, specifically on my knees. Because as we're running, I really need more lubrication on my knees so that all the weight doesn't pound on my knees and I have to get the other one replaced because I don't want to. So I'm talking to Brock and talking to people. Collagen is really, really healthy for your joints. And so I'm looking forward.
Mountain Ops has collagen?
Yeah, Mountain Ops.
I thought it was, okay.
Yeah, so Mountain Ops has collagen, and just like the Go Packs. So I bought Go Packs of them, and I'm going to try them. And within a month, I'll tell you how they are. Also, I might have lost a little bit more weight during that time, so that's going to help. But I am curious about how collagen is going to help me.
Yeah. So, no, that's good. And so, yeah, you use code DADBODS at checkout with Mountain Ops. You'll get 20% off. But like another quick tagline before we kind of get into what we were talking about. We sometimes have a hard time talking about successes without feeling like we're boasting, right?
All the time.
But
so I'll let you talk.
Okay.
I'll let you talk. I'll shut up.
Okay.
Because Candace got mad at me last time. Candace, my wife.
Yeah. Everybody knows who Candace is at this point.
No,
Candace is your wife. Chelsea is mine.
but we continually add more people listening,
Sure.
and so I want to make sure that they understand that.
How about every third episode we say, "Hi, my name is Logan. I am 5'10". I currently
Yeah,
but no.
because you are shrinking.
well, that's the thing is that's what I was going to talk about is that like obviously we don't want to like put a focus on a number of like you have to weigh a certain amount or whatever to be considered healthy or whatever, yada yada yada. My point being though is that like when we first partnered with Mountain Ops and had them sponsor the show, there was this like underlying joke that man, I got a hair right in my eye. This underlying joke that we were going to go from dad bods to rad bods. Obviously, I don't think we're going to be getting six packs anytime soon, or that. No, six packs anytime soon. But I will say, we did 75 hard when we first kicked dad bods.
We did. That was actually the second or third episode.
And we've talked a few times about how that was good for a minute, and then we both gained a bunch back because it really wasn't sustainable.
No.
We've been on Mountain Ops, utilizing Mountain Ops and Brock with Neuromastery longer than we ever did with 75 hard, and we are continuing to get healthier.
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to go to the gym, and I'm excited to take their supplements. Like today, I took quite a few of the supplements, and it's just like I know it's doing its job, and so it helps.
So like this is what I'm saying is like this is like almost like a longer promo than like than we're paid for. But joking, like all joking aside, is that we've become very good friends with Trevor, with Mountain Ops. You guys have heard us talk about this 100 times over. We've become very good friends with Brock. This is why we're doing this show and talk about these things is because this is what we're doing to help. And it's improving my mental health because I'm realizing that as I'm improving my physical health, improving the way what foods and products I'm putting into my body, all the way down to like I don't do energy drinks anymore, as your Rockstar is staring me right in the face. Not sponsored by Rockstar, but like as I'm utilizing different products that are like good for my body, and I'm paying attention of what food's going. Did I have ice cream last night? Yeah, I did, but it fit within my macros, so I didn't feel guilty. But I still
you shouldn't feel guilty either way.
But that's what I'm trying to say though, is versus the mindset I had before of like this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. No, I had McDonald's the other day. It tapped out, the fat side on my macros, but I'm still getting healthier. And the mental health side of it is when I'm stressed or I'm going through some stuff, I find myself wanting to go for a run. And
Which
I know
is
it sounds super ridiculous, but like I have videos to prove it. I'm making a montage. I'm running. We're training for this marathon. We sound like a broken record, but like this is a crazy story, and this is kind of get into what I decided we're going to talk about 5 minutes ago. I went out on Saturday in the freaking snowstorm we had down south. You didn't get it up north where you.
We didn't get a snowflake,
bro. We got like inches.
Yeah.
In a matter of hours.
We got nothing.
I went out to the local high school track with my shovel. It has like the composite track, so it's really easy on the knees as a big dude. And I shoveled an inside lane of the track. I took videos. I'm gonna post something or whatever. And then I ran 5 miles that day, but I like ran 1.5 miles, and then I started slipping, so I had to like speed walk a lap with my shovel. And then I ran like another 1.5 miles or 2 miles. And so I ended up doing like 6 miles total, 5 running, 4 laps didn't count because it was walking. But at the end of it, I was on like this runner's high because of all the endorphins and stuff like that. But like those are the type of things that I'm starting to do to help clear my mental health and help me as opposed to literally sitting on the couch and just watching something and eating a bunch of junk.
So 2 things
which is what I used to do.
Because that's crazy awesome. 2 things. First is I went to the doctor and they did my blood pressure. Guess what it was?
It was a high.
It was 120/80.
I literally, as a 35-year-old man, I still don't know what blood pressure numbers mean.
That's perfect.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Good job.
And then we went again, and it was like 110/70.
So that's even better.
It's lower. No, it's too low.
Oh, it's too low.
They're like, you need to be a little bit higher. And so I had a Big Mac and went back the next. I'm just joking. No, but then also
really
in
low,
August
man.
when we did Connect and Conquer the first time, when I met Trevor and we got him on the show and stuff like that, I wasn't able to run. Trevor actually walked with me when we were doing our exercise and walked with me, and we just talked. And I could not run. And here we are running. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, and then here's the whole mental health side of, or the mental side of it is,
you feel accomplished.
well, not just that, but like then there's like the insecurity side. You and I just talked about this the other day about kind of like people seeing you run. And as a big guy,
Oh yeah, like I don't want you say you run at a high school track. I won't do that.
well, I
because
obviously run like
I
on
am
the
so
weekends.
yeah, but I'm so like self conscious that people are like the kids will be like, and I'm like,
Yeah, but see, that's the thing though, is like, and I saw this thing today on Instagram that basically, I mean, obviously we've talked about like, oh, don't worry about what people think. It's so much easier said than done. But this post that I saw today of a guy that I follow, he talked about how if you wouldn't want to be that person or have any aspect of their life, if there's not something about their life that you like wish to obtain, why are we giving them any space to like in our brain to like change your vibration, your frequency, your state of mind, or like your self-worth?
well, I told you about how I did the meditation with Brock.
Yeah.
And how he's like, "Okay, give me a time, Tyson, where you did something and you were extremely embarrassed of, you were ashamed of, like you wish you didn't
You're
do
like,
that."
do you want the episode number? Or do you
No, it's when I was at church on Sunday and I went a little too far on the joke. And then right when it was done, I'm like,
Dang it.
"Yeah, I'm sorry, everyone."
Did you really apologize?
I did.
That's even better.
And so I felt embarrassed and all that kind of stuff. And so we were meditating and he's like, "Can you feel that feeling?" I'm like, "Absolutely." He's like, "Okay, now think about you when you are in the lab and you're working and you are talking about the company and all this kind of stuff. How does it feel?" And I'm like, "Holy crap, it feels the exact same." He's like, "It's your body protecting you because you're afraid of what people are thinking."
Oof.
And I'm just like,
That's rough.
and so I really like I don't like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like I want to be successful, but I'm afraid to be successful because I'm afraid of what people are going to think.
Why?
I don't know. I think I want to be liked. That's the people pleasing part of it. But the thing is I want to be successful not only to help my family, but to help others. And it's dead serious. But I've noticed as I have become more successful financially or business wise, not necessarily like it depends on what you define success as.
Yeah.
But if you look at as a business aspect, I have grown. We have continued to grow. Dad Bods were growing. And the people who used to root for me don't.
Yeah.
They actually kind of like, oh,
It's very surface level.
you've changed. You've changed. You're a different person. I'm like, I'm not. I'm just not as easily accessible anymore because I'm busier.
Or here's the witchy woo-woo side of it. You have changed, but change is not necessarily bad. When people say, "Oh, you've changed," it just means that you're on like a different level or different vibration or frequency than they are, and they can't match yours anymore because yours has gone higher. Not that it's a competition or that you're better than them or not. It's that like you're playing on a different level now. That like you've improved, you've increased or whatever, and people want to pull other people back down to where they are because they're not happy with where they are, so they don't want to see other people doing good. Versus the flip side is you want to see your friends win.
Yeah.
You want to see the people that you love win because when they're happy, like if you have this unconditional love for them, you're going to legitimately feel like love and gratitude and happiness.
And you
for
and I
them.
had that conversation today because
Yeah.
I went on vacation.
I know.
And I felt guilt almost telling you and talking to you about it because I haven't really talked to you about it because I'm like, your situation and what you're going
Yeah.
through, I feel guilty about
But then
it.
I got upset with you. I was like, no, it makes me mad because you don't ever go on freaking vacation. The whole time I've known you,
It was the first time.
you guys have gone to like Park City, which
Yeah.
is an hour and a half away. Like you guys went out of state. You went to Disneyland for a couple of days. You took your whole family. You took extended family. You went on a cruise. You guys had a really good time. I didn't. I tried really hard not to bug you. And you guys had a really good time. But it's like you were worried about me at home dealing with the stresses and stuff that I have going on. Like
Because you matter to me.
I know, but I'm going to be very frank and honest with you. That is none of it's like that's not your problem. I appreciate that you care about me, and I've always felt I feel like that, and I know it's obviously that's it's a two-sided coin. It goes both ways. My point being though is that like those are my issues and my things to solve and deal with. You're there for solidarity when I need you to be, and I know that you're thinking of me and will be there if I tripped and fell on my face. But that doesn't mean.
But I will be
and this
laughing a
applies to not just this relation. This in general. Like you should not lessen your life or your experience or your happiness of something because somebody else is going through something.
Yeah.
You can you can empathize with them, you can stand with them, you can be in solidarity with them, you can go be in the mud with them, you know, literally or figuratively, but that does not mean that you have to bring yourself down to meet them. In reality, you need to just step down just far enough to pull them up to where you are. So that's what I'm saying of like, that's where like, you know, and there's some law of attraction concepts and stuff we can sprinkle in there if you really wanted to. But point being is that like, you don't want.
Who are you?
Who am I? Why? What do you mean?
No, it's just you're getting really, really deep, and I'm like, I can explain.
No,
this.
my point being is that like you want to align yourself with people that will pull you up to where
Absolutely.
they are, and not the other way around. Like if you have people who are constantly trying to pull you down and say, "Oh, you've changed," but you're not doing anything that's hurting anybody. All that's happened is your life has improved, and sometimes there's collateral damage when you're trying to grow a business. Your time is you know inevitably going to change.
Yeah.
It's gonna. So I get that, and I obviously know.
I will say this
stories.
though, it's hard to believe, and I'm dead serious. I've gotten a lot more serious, and sometimes I don't like that.
You've been saying that for like 2 years.
And every year I feel like I'm a little bit more serious.
Yeah, you get a little bit jaded. You get a little bit more hardened. You get a little bit more.
Yeah, like you are like when we get something like, yeah, and I'm like, I'll see.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, say it.
No,
get all excited. Get all excited.
No, don't do it.
No, get all excited.
No, don't you
say
can't,
something.
You can't use water bottle on that.
No,
What,
I
you want to
just
do the
wanna-
horn?
No, but say something cool.
Say something cool. It's like, hey, say something funny.
Yeah, you're not very good at it.
Like, hey, Dad, Bods and Beards is going to new heights. I don't know. We got this road thing, and that's the first and last time we're ever going to do that. No,
one last thing, because I am going crazy right now.
Yeah.
I am so grateful for being able to do cold plunges, because I'm getting used to the cold water, and it's refreshing and it's nice. We went to Cabo, and it's 70 degrees there. It was probably 77 degrees
As
there.
part of the cruise, you guys stopped in Cabo.
And
Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize it was Mexico. It went down to Mexico.
we went to Ensenada and Cabo.
Cool.
And so right at the very bottom of Baja, and we were just there, and it was 77, and it was just glorious. It was so nice and all this kind of stuff. And everyone, including the guide, we paid for snorkeling for an excursion, and everyone is like, it's cold. The guy's like, it's cold water. It's 60 to 65
like, that's
degrees.
nothing.
No, and everyone's like all scared and jumping. I'm the second to last one to jump in. And I jump in, and everyone else is like, and I'm just like,
Wait, what they do? Yeah.
no, and I have it filmed of all my kids, Candace and everything, that goosebumps up the wazoo, and they're just like shaking, and they get out because they're miserable. Hour and a half later, I'm like,
Yeah, you're like backstrokes. Yeah. You're like synchronized
no, because
swimming.
it was really cool, because in Cabo you have the arch,
Yeah.
and right before the arch they have this like almost like stone that's coming out, a rock that's coming out, where it's just complete white because of all the dog poop or the bird poop.
What kind of dogs do they have in Cabo?
It's really
They
interesting.
got wings. Yeah.
No, but what was really cool is, so we're right there, and there's a baby seal and
You know what they call those?
a baby seal.
A pup.
Oh, there was a pup. Sea lions. There were sea lions, and then the mom or whatever right there. And I'm like, they're literally like 5 feet away from me, and they could totally kill me if they wanted to. But anyway, it was really, really cool. The fish and everything, and just me and Hattie were enjoying. Everyone else was
But
so
the cold
freezing.
water was like just didn't affect you.
No, not at all. I was like, to me, it was heaven.
Oh, dude, I feel like I was joking. Like, so I joked how when I went for that run in the snow, I was like, my wife thinks I'm in a cult, because it's like now I go do cold plunges in saunas weekly. Like I have a subscription to that lolly place that we
I
went
know,
to.
that's really cool. I'm jealous.
So there's this
close.
quick, literally unpaid plug. There's this, if you're living here in Utah, actually I may not say the name because I don't want it to get blown up. There's this new cold plunge sauna house that's really cool.
Biggest Swedish one in America, right?
Yeah, it's in Orem. It's called Lolly, and they have like 12 cold plunge tubs, which most places have like 1 or 2, maybe 4 if you're lucky. And then they have this massive sauna. It's the largest Swedish sauna or Swiss sauna, one of the two, Scandinavian. One of the.
And when they put the water on the stones,
Yeah.
that heat hits you so
freaking
hard.
like 6 like heating elements in there. It's this massive sauna, gets up to like 200 degrees. because I have a lot of time on my hands right now.
Does everyone know? Are we allowed? Or?
Not really yet. I mean, I've been focusing a lot more on content. So for just for work, that's kind of the path. As things progress, we'll talk about it more. But I've been finding myself doing that a couple of times a week because it really, like, I remember all the influencers for days being like, "Oh, I cold plunge." I'm like, everybody cold plunge. Oh my gosh. Oh, I go jump in the river. I'm like, no, like it is. I get it. Like I get it now. Why like the I don't understand the science behind it. Like physiologically, what it does to you. Brock does. We should probably have Brock back on to talk about.
I want to have Brock on anyway.
But like getting in the sauna, cooking your body for freaking 20 minutes and like burning off all these dead cells and these things that are just like not, just not good for your body. And then going and getting in the cold plunge for 3 minutes. Like it's
what did Jackson say? Jackson, right?
Yeah.
Well, he said 20 minutes is not necessarily 20 minutes. It's just like you go until your body tells you you're done. And I like that. And then basically when you do all this kind of stuff, it decreases your chance of getting dementia by significantly.
Well, that's the cool thing too, is that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Like he's got all of these almost, they're not posters. They're like very well done. He's got these boards on the wall that have all these facts about.
And you're not supposed to get in the tub together.
Yeah. We found that out the hard way. No, you found out the hard way.
I got some death stares.
We're at this like grand opening exclusive event we got invited to go to with Neuromastery, and we are not little guys, and these tubs are not designed for two people. And Tyson goes in and tries to get in the tub with me.
No, I did. I didn't try.
I know. And then it was like we pan over to one of the guys who's literally probably got his life savings poured into this place, and he's like, "No, like you can't do that." But joking aside, it's there's so many benefits to like the thermocycling of your body, of like heating it up, sweating it out, and then going and then getting in the ice bath, and then like the way that your body sends blood and like and retrieves blood during that moment is so good for your overall like it's not just, I mean, I always come out of there like supercharged.
Oh, you do.
Like I come out of there
and I'm ready for sleep.
Way more creative. I've come out of there way clear mind. And you know what I've started doing? And here's a plug for one of our other sponsors. It's going to be even
Nucom?
more in-depth relationship. Nucom. If you guys have not tried Nucom, if you have not tried meditating, if you have not tried like an external way of helping you get into different frames of mind, download the Nucom app, try the 7-day free trial, and you will end up wanting to download the whole package because everything, dude, like I use it when I'm running because it has like Tony Robbins on there and other things where it's just like
so much fun.
We've got so much fun content that's going to come. But my point being is I will go do this cold plunge in the sauna and I will put in Nucom on like Rescue or something like that and just listening to like, dude, there's the science behind but like literally the hertz of which like is being.
Can I be honest?
What?
So, of course I can be honest.
We're in a cult.
Yeah. We're in a cult. No, the deep sleep, I listen to the rain when I work out.
The one that puts you to sleep?
Yeah. And it puts me, like, I can just be in the zone with that.
It's funny you say that about the deep sleep thing because it's like, I've done that once or twice. I don't utilize that as much because I do realize I sleep with a lot of anxiety. That's probably pretty normal for dads and like husbands and like, the quote unquote protector of the house because like to sleep with headphones in, there's no way.
No, but so when we were on the cruise, we like noise and I turned on the rain.
Oh, dude, I
turned on the rain and Candace woke up and she's like, I could really go for some bacon because it doesn't sound like rain to
like
her.
Sizzling bacon. But no, we're white noise people in our house for sure. Like we have a fan going on 24/7.
Oh yeah.
I mean 365 in our room. And then the kids still to this day they sleep with sound machines. I'm sure there's some kind of study of that's probably not good for something or other, but like
it causes cancer in California.
I'm sure, but I'm saying I cannot sleep in silence.
No, if I can hear myself breathe, I'm like,
yeah.
Well,
we can hear you breathing all the time. Yeah. But in the roundabout kind of thing that we've been going on is basically, okay, you can stop now. This is why we don't wear headphones because when you do podcasts with headphones, you can hear everything. But no, I'm good. I'm glad that's too far away from me.
I know. I'd be pushing everyone.
But the point in kind of bringing up that and all the other stuff is we just talked about this with London Laz, who was here just a little bit ago in that other episode. that like you got to be willing to try something different. Like you got to be willing to try something different. And this is the thing is like if you are going to have an opinion about something that you've never done or done enough to form like a decent sized opinion about it, it's like literally the whole don't knock until you've tried it. Like cause you tell everybody like, oh, I do cold plunges and like saunas, they're like, no way. Like, dude, we went on Friday. I did the Neuromastery event, the hot seat that was actually really fun. You need to come to the next one.
I just feel like so old.
You're not, dude.
They're all like 20.
No, Eric, the Mini Hulk, that dude who's jacked.
Oh, yeah.
He's older than me. He's like 36.
I'm still 10 years older.
No, actually, Brock was saying that he's actually bringing on some new clients that are actually more our age group.
Yeah.
So,
but I will say this:
so shut
Eric
up. That's
has
an
a
excuse.
booty.
Eric is jacked. That's why I call him Mini Hulk.
Yeah, he has a booty.
He's a good dude
for all you ladies out there.
But he's got a lady. But my point being is that in this event that we did it was at Brock's house, right? Maybe it was his parents' house. They have like a sauna and a cold plunge in their backyard.
But
like,
legit?
It's a legit.
Nice.
And it's like this little shed looking thing. It's like a little cedar shed that's like brand new. I guess his brother builds them. One side is the sauna, and then it has a door that you walk through from within the sauna, and it's the ice bath.
Oh wow.
But it's also outside in Utah, inside and I don't know how insulated it is. It said the water was like 48 or something like that. It had to have been way colder. That was the coldest cold plunge I've ever done in my life. And it was like I got in it and I was steaming. I was literally steaming, like coming out of the thing. But we did that. It was so relaxing. It was so like rejuvenating or whatever. But I say don't knock it till you've tried it because it's become something that I've worked into my regular routine. Like,
and then you get to go snorkeling and enjoy it in the middle of the winter.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Because everyone else was miserable. I had so much fun.
Yeah. Well, the same thing too now, dude. It's like I will find myself taking a shower and then I'll turn it colder now. Because it's like the hot is almost too hot. Right?
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
So, but no, like that's what there's just like a fun little. This is obviously just kind of like a catch up episode. I think we need to do these periodically and just kind of see where things go. But that's one thing that I've become super addicted to is the cold plunge and the sauna and getting out and moving. I love we love Bluey in my house.
Yeah.
There's
an
an episode.
Never watched one.
Do you even know the parents' names?
No.
Okay.
I've never watched even a second of it.
Okay. Bandit is the dad.
Okay.
Chili is the mom.
Okay.
Okay. Here's a good indicator.
What if I just tell you I don't care?
Is Bluey a boy or a girl?
I don't know.
Take a guess.
Boy.
No, dude, we can't be friends. Bluey and Bingo are sisters. Okay. Now that we've covered that basis. Anyways, so Bandit, the dad, in one of the episodes, there's all this crazy stuff going on, and he's getting ready to go for a run, and then something comes up, and he like isn't going to be allowed to go for a run or whatever, and he's basically telling his family, he's like, I need to move my body, and it's like obviously not like intended to be this like super pivotal point of the show, but like I'm starting to realize that like I need to go move my body. I need to go exercise. I need to go for a run. And like today, dude, I didn't have a ton of time because we had to be up here at the studio a little bit earlier than expected. And I didn't have time to go do the 3 miles that I wanted to do. So I decided there's a mile lap that I can do around my neighborhood. And I'm like, I'm going to do the best mile time I've done yet. So
you got 22 minutes now?
Yeah. So we'll leave that out. How much? But no, normally when I'm running, I'm going for more distance and stamina. I'm doing about 10:30 to 11-minute miles to just kind of stay consistent.
I couldn't do that.
I did it 9.5 minutes.
That's
today.
amazing.
And a 250-pound guy, 9.5-minute miles, not terrible.
No.
And it was 22 degrees outside. So yeah.
You know, if we one of these, actually, I think it'd be kind of fun if we did Ragnar or something like that. Every
After
time
we get skinnier.
Yeah, but when you do it, when I did it once, and people, you know how they jog by the side of you to give you water halfway through and stuff like that, just to make sure you're okay. They would just walk next to me, and I'm like sitting here.
But you know, one of the things I'm legitimately looking forward to now, and this has become more legitimate since we have actually been training for this marathon in June. Which, mind you, do you know how many days away it is?
Please don't tell me.
Hey Siri. How many days away is June 7th?
It's 130 days until then.
You got 130 days before you are running a half marathon.
Is there a way you can lose 50 pounds in 130 days?
Oh yeah, dude, easily. That's a lot. That's a long time. That's 5 months. My point being though is that like it's gonna sneak up. But even when we signed up for the race, it seemed so daunting. And I was just talking to Brock about.
Oh, and I got shoes, running shoes.
Good for you. So I was just talking to Brock about this the other day. I was like, I remember being like, oh my gosh, I'm so stressed out. Like, what did I just sign up for? And now I'm kind of like, now I'm shoveling a lane in the freaking snow in the track to go for a run because that's what I felt like my body needed to do at that time. And I'm like, I'm in a cult. I keep joking about it. I'm like, no, it's because as you're starting to listen to like, and you're realizing that it's like, it's not just what your body needs, it's not just what your mind needs or what your soul needs or whatever like that, that it's literally all when you actively start trying to align like the main pillars of your life, you're realizing like how much in sync it gets of like, guess who's a lot calmer at home? Guess who is like able to start processing things a little bit, you know, simple, like a little bit more simplified, like in general. Like I don't get as crazily, highly, overly emotional in times where, you know, the mental health side doesn't come into play. It's because I feel like I'm listening to what, you know, the little voices inside my head, the good ones are saying of like what
Your
I need.
wife and the puppets?
Yeah. But my point being though, is that like, it's just funny how in such a short period of time, because I only signed up for the marathon, I think was in like October or November and then started.
And then you got me.
I got you to do it.
And Candace is in
And it's just, it's one of the things, like, do it.
Isaac and Ellie are going to do it.
Really? Dude, at this point, I feel like the Utah Valley Marathon needs to like pay us a finder fees because there's literally like 50 people who's going to do it now.
So I've gotten at least 10 emails on the Copper John side that they're going to fly out.
Really? We got Robert coming out.
Well, and then, but not only that is like, we really need to start putting together the retreat. I worry about that because I'm like, we got to make it special, especially if people are coming. I'll build you. Oh, speaking of, that was hilarious. The message I sent you when I'm going to write you a poem.
Oh my gosh. Can I play that?
Yeah, because I thought it was hilarious. And I'm like,
I'm going to have to cut out part of it because part of it is a little personal. And then where was it?
the poem was very personal. I bore my soul in that poem.
Wait, hold on. Where was this? Like,
It was a voice memo.
it was a voice memo, but where was one? I was like, hey, I wrote you a poem. Was it the second one or the third one?
And you know what I realized also with my voice on like recordings and stuff like that?
What?
I kind of sound like a constipated Kermit the Frog.
Okay, this is I'm gonna speed it up to where constipated Kermit the Frog.
Yeah. Hey guys.
I did write a poem, and I'll tell you what it is right now. It's just I wrote it for you, and it means a lot to me. They read you Cinderella. You hoped it would come true. That one day your Prince Charming would come rescue you. You like romantic movies, and you never will forget the way you felt when Romeo kissed Juliet. But all this time that you've been waiting,
Just keep going.
you don't have to wait no more. Baby, I can love you like that.
I think we're gonna probably start wrapping up on that note. But the point, like, we're just gonna do these fun little kind of catch up episodes and kind of see where things are coming from it. But the point is we'll chop off the beginning of that where that started as like you and I talking about a difficult situation and stuff that I'm in at the moment. And that's the fun dynamic of the relationship is then you take it to something of like that obviously mood boost right there. We talked a little bit ago about how you were saying like, oh, sometimes I bring myself down because I don't want anybody else to feel this way. Or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we talked about the fact that you got to do things differently or try things without knocking it if you want to try to improve part of your life. The point being in all of this, how it all kind of comes together.
On what?
What?
On what?
The point of all of this and how it comes together is that like we are all dealing with a million different things every single day and every single emotion that's tied to them. They're not always going to be uppity, positive all the time. Not everything is the perfect positive influencer moment all the time. Things get rough, but the thing is it's where's your fall back? Who are you falling back to? Who are you talking to? Are they building you up? Are they telling you you've changed? And
Also, you need to make sure you're speaking kindly to yourself.
Exactly.
You're not tearing yourself down.
And that's
Fun
what I'm
dip?
saying. fun dip. And that's what I'm saying, kind of going and wrapping in like the cold plunge stuff and the running and things like that. Those are, I'm not saying those are the things you have to do. Those are things that I am currently doing that I'm getting positive results from because and they're making me feel good. And there are moments that I'm spending, like nobody's going to be upset with me that I'm spending my time on those things because they are helping me towards a positive goal.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where we started this episode, basically saying like, hey, we've got these direction that Dad Bods and Beards is going because this is the positive goal that we want. And I don't know, I just feel like we like to just fill people in periodically because I feel like the listener base and the people who've been following us since the beginning and the new people, they keep coming every single week. It's like, this is like Dad Bods and Beards therapy hour.
Yeah.
So
Now I'm ready for sleep.
I was gonna say, these are always the draining ones for you. We're gonna probably go get tacos because I saved my macros for those.
Dude, that sounds amazing. I want to get the nachos, I think. Again.
Yeah, nachos sounds good. Brock, don't listen to this episode. But just wrapping up, these episodes are always going to probably be around 30 to 40-ish minutes or whatever. The guest episodes tend to be about an hour. Check out Mountain Ops, as always. Check out Newcom.
Share this,
Yeah.
and help us grow and
We're
give us some likes.
We're really going to start pushing on the YouTube side. We've said that 100 times over, but we have got some content and some long form stuff and some skits that are going to start coming out. So if you haven't already, go over to subscribe to the Dad Bods and Beards YouTube channel.
So it has nothing to do with Dad Bods, but Copper John. So Brock's wife Kelsey put a 4-minute reel for me that we had We had a conversation, and it tells everyone how Copper Johns came about and like what our mission is and stuff. So go check it out if you guys want to. It's on YouTube. I'm going to pin it, I think, as our intro.
If you love us, check out our stuff.
No, but I just think a lot of people are like, "What is Copper Johns like? What is it?" I'm like, now they can.
Yeah.
They have a.
Well, Copper Johns is a sponsor of the show too, so that's very applicable. So, anyways, it's been fun, you guys. We love you as always, and we'll see you next week.
I'll build you a rainbow.